spoilt Prince Harry comes across as intensely envious of Prince William's happiness and popularity, says royal commentator Tom Bower, in an article that paints Harry as deeply unhappy. There have long been reports of feuding between the heir and the spare. However, tensions came to a head when younger Prince Harry, 37, quit the royal family and moved to Montecito, California with his wife Meghan Markle in 2020. Since then Harry has regularly attacked his brother, father, and even the Queen and the late Duke of Edinburgh, sending poisonous missiles from the safety of his Californian home, despite signing multi-million deals with Netflix and Spotify. Bower lambasts the prince, saying the most recent of these missiles implicitly accuses Prince Harry's father, Prince Charles, of being reckless after it came to light that Prince Charles's closest aide offered to honor a Saudi billionaire who promised to donate millions of pounds to royal charities. This accusation could perhaps be seen as a jealous lash-out as it follows a new episode of Prince William's podcast on mental health, a cause both brothers are passionate about. Other missiles include Prince Harry describing his mental torture on Apple TV and backing up the Duchess of Sussex's claim that the royal family denied their son Archie a title and protection due to him being mixed race on that Oprah Winfrey interview. Meanwhile, second in line to the throne Prince William, 39, and his wife Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, have continued to enjoy the support and adoration of Britons across the UK as they champion mental health and environmental charities and initiatives, and play happy families with their three adorable children. Bower also argues Harry has exploited his unwillingness to be reconciled with his mother's death. Harry routinely talks about his grief over the death of his mother, and speaking on the Armchair Expert podcast in May this year, Harry said he left the royal family because of what it did to his mum, Princess Diana. In Add That, a parenting expert, Joe Austin from Tayberry Tuition and Consultancy, spoke about Archie and Lili's upbringing, and whether or not it will differ from their British cousins. Joe said, "We work with families who live away from their extended family for prolonged periods of time. However, children are usually very sociable together regardless of how often they see each other. Archie and Lili will most likely have a similar upbringing to their cousins, albeit in the sunshine of Orange County. They will still very much be in the limelight, and under a significant amount of scrutiny. It's much easier to keep in touch with family now than it was when I first started working with families 30 years ago. FaceTime and Zoom are great, should their parents be keeping in touch that way. In my experience, as long as the parents are close and on good terms, the children will definitely grow up building the same bond with their cousins as they would if they lived in the same country. I believe both Beatrice and Eugenie are still friendly with Harry and Meghan, and so the children will keep in touch with their cousins and family through them. Depending on which school Archie and Lili go to, I'm sure there will be lots of other children there whose parents are just as famous as, if not more famous than, the Queen of England, especially in LA. Should they choose to stay there. From our experience, most Los Angeles schools have strict policies in place to ensure that all of their students are treated the same regardless of who they are. It will most likely be easier for the children in the US, away from the majority of press attention they would receive in the UK. Whilst royal children in the UK attend schools where they aren't the odd one out, such as Eton, there will still be intrigue surrounding them by other pupils. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry married on May 19, 2018 in St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. They welcomed their first child, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor on May 6, 2019. After stepping down as working members of the royal family in early 2020, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex moved to Montecito, Santa Barbara in California. There, they welcomed their second child, a daughter called Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor on June 4, 2021. Archie had roughly 7 months in the UK, where his cousins Prince George, 8, Princess Charlotte, 6 and Prince Louis, 3 would have met him. But Archie, 2, will not remember them, and 6-month-old Lilibet will not have met any of her cousins as she was born in America.